Hello everyone, welcome to our second video of excellence. Let me tell you that today we are going to have a quiz on the chapter from class 11 from biological classification. Again, I have come up with 10 questions and I'm quite excited and pretty exhausted today. But okay, without wasting any time, let's start our quiz session. So let me tell you once again, I am Sunip Man and coming up with 10 questions, and I'll come up every day with 10 questions from biology, starting with a biology. Gradually we will come up with every subject if possible, but for now we will come with biology only. So we have started yesterday and now today we are coming with 10 questions from the biological classification from class 11, and we will progress as the time goes on. So let's start our first question of the biological classification, and you know the rules. The rules are very simple. You can give yourself points. First, you have to come here, check the question and the options, then pause the video and then put your answer on the comment box, then come again and recheck your answer whether it's correct or not. If it is correct, give yourself a point, and if it's not, then you will bad luck. Okay, then you should type for the next time. Okay, then I'll explain. If it is a conceptual one, I'll explain the question and the answer, and if it is a factual one, I'll just tell you. And I must tell you once again that all the questions are from NCERT, and the level is very much maintained as per the NEET level, and those who are preparing in boards also for them as well. And one thing I must tell you, that if you are doing this 10 questions every day, then in other way you are having a revision or you are having a revision from that chapter. So your 50% of the revision is almost completed, I can assure you that. And if you do all these questions, you can understand how you're improving. So better not waste any time. Let's start our quiz. So our first question is, which one is prokaryotic in cell type? And the options are 1. Fungi, 2. Protista, 3. Monera, 4. Animalia. Okay, take your time. Okay, I hope you guys paused your video. Okay, let me tell you the answer, and the answer is Monera. Here fungi is eukaryotic. Okay, Protista is single cellular eukaryotic, and Animalia, as you know, these are eukaryotic. So the Monera is the correct answer, and this is the one which is prokaryotic. There is not so much of concept in it. It is actually the factual question. Okay, so let's proceed to our next question, that is question number 2. Read the following statements. Okay, I hope you guys can see it clearly. Okay, so read the following statements. A. Bacteria as a group show the most extensive metabolic diversity. B. Spherical shaped bacteria are vibrio. Here, bacteria are very complex in behavior. D. The vast majority of bacteria are autotrophs. Now the question is, how many of the above statements are correct? The options are option 1, 3, option 2, 2, option 3, 1, option 4, 4. Okay, take your time. Okay, now let's check it out. So first thing is, bacteria as a group show the most extensive metabolic diversity. Definitely, it's absolutely correct. They show the most extensive metabolic diversity, though their shapes are a little similar to each other, but as a group they show the most extensive metabolic diversity. You know that, and it's all from the NCERT book, and it's a NCERT line actually. And the next question is, spherical shaped bacteria are vibrio. No, this is absolutely wrong. So bacillus is a rod like shape, and if it is a coccus, then spherical. If it is a vibrio, like comma like, and if it is a spirillum, then it's a spiral, right? So this statement is wrong. Okay, so next statement is, bacteria are very complex in behavior. Definitely bacteria are very complex because they are showing extensive metabolic diversity, so that's why they are very complex in behavior. So, okay, so this is correct, this is correct. So the next option is D. The vast majority of bacteria are autotrophs. This is absolutely wrong. The vast majority of bacteria are actually heterotrophs. Okay, so this is wrong. So what is the question? How many of the above statements are correct? So how many? Option A, sorry, statement A is correct and statement C is correct. So so the correct answer would be option 2. Okay, so two means two statements are correct. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone. So let's proceed to our next question, that is question 3. I hope I'm not in a hurry, since I'm not speaking it very fast. If I am, please, sorry for that. It's very bad behavior that I have. Please put your feedback on the comment box, so from the next time I'll try to make it slow. Okay, so our next question is question 3. Select the odd one with respect to main criteria regarding 5 kingdom classification. Okay, and the options are mode of nutrition, option 2, cell structure, option 3, thallus organization, option 4, locomotion. Okay, now I'm going to answer this question. So the straight answer is locomotion. Okay, this is actually the factual question. And what are the 5 kingdom classification, means criteria for the 5 kingdom classification? You know that cell structure is 1, mode of nutrition is the 2nd, thallus organization is there, 4th is reproduction, and the 5th is phylogenetic relationship. Locomotion is not there. Okay, so that is the reason this is the odd one. Okay, let's proceed to our next question, that is identify the odd one with respect to mycoplasma. You know the mycoplasma? Okay, I must not tell you in the beginning. So the options are 1, can survive without oxygen, option 2, smallest living cell, option 3, pathogenic in plants and animals, option 4, have well developed cell wall. Okay, so let me answer this question. Okay, you guys have answered it. Okay, so I'm giving it, can survive without oxygen. Definitely mycoplasma is the smallest living cell, okay, that can survive without oxygen and pathogenic to plant and animals that don't have any cell wall. So what it said, that it identify the odd one. So the odd one actually have cell wall have well developed cell wall, though it doesn't have any cell wall. So this is absolutely the odd one. So this is, or your option 4 is the correct answer. Okay, let's proceed to our next question. What it says, non-cellulosic cell wall is present in how many kingdoms in Whitaker's 5 kingdom classification? Okay, so the options are 4, option 2, 1, option 3, 2, option 4, 3. I know it is a bit confusing, but as it is written, you can understand over here. Okay, so first of all, how many kingdoms are there? We have to define that. We have to know that how many kingdoms are there. All of you know if you have read NCERT or any other good books. So okay, I hope you guys have answered it, and I'm telling you now. Should I? Okay, I'm going for it. So the 5 kingdoms are Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae, and Animalia. Okay, these are the 5 kingdoms that Whitaker said. Okay, and which of those that have non-cellulosic cell wall? Okay, first of all, first thing is Monera. These are non-cellulosic. What they have? They have peptidoglycans. And also Protista, they also have non-cellulosic cell walls. And fungi, you know, they in their cell wall chitin is present. Okay, and Plantae, they are absolutely cellulosic, and Animalia doesn't have any cell wall. So don't get confused and don't give the option 1, because you can think that the animals also don't have any non-cellulosic cell wall. Actually, the animals don't have any cell wall. It may confuse you in your exams. Okay, when you are stressed, it's not a very like hard question, but when you are stressed, you make some so you make some errors there. Okay, So be careful while you answering this type of questions. So what would be the answer? Answer will be the option 4, 3. Okay, understood? So let's proceed to our next question, that is sorry, select the odd one with respect to protista. Okay, see the options are 1 euglenoids, option 2 thermoacidophils, option 3 dinoflagellates, option 4 slime molds. Okay, so I hope you have given the answer. Okay, so the answer is 2, option 2, that is thermoacidophils. Okay, that is thermoacidophils. Why? Because protista have you can say 5 groups, like euglenoids, dinoflagellates, then slime molds and protozoans. Okay, I think I have missed one. What I missed? Chrysophytes. Chrysophytes I have missed. Okay, so thermoacidophils is not under the protist. Okay, am I clear? Okay, so let's head towards our next question. Okay, so our next question is question number 7, and the question is select the incorrect match. Option 1 protista, kingdom with no well defined boundaries. Option 2 bacteria, fission. Option 3 protozoans, primitive relatives of animals. 4 cyanobacteria, chemosynthetic autotrophs. Okay, let me give you the answer. So the answer is option 4. Now check it. Protista, they don't have a well defined boundaries. Okay, no well defined boundaries in the kingdom protista. They are all mixed up with Plantae and Animalia. Okay, and bacteria reproduction is done by fission. Okay, and protozoans, they are the primitive relatives of animals, totally NCERT line. And cyanobacteria, chemosynthetic autotrophs. That is wrong. They are not chemosynthetic autotrophs. They are actually chemosynthetic heterotroph. They are chemosynthetic heterotrophs. Okay, understood? So let's proceed to our next question. So our next question is, which of the following is related with slime molds? Okay, so options are prokaryotic in nature. Option 2 forms plasmodium under suitable condition. Option 3 spores dispersed by air currents. Option 4 both 2 and 3. Okay, let me give you the answer now. So the answer is option 4, 2 and 3. So first of all, slime molds, they are under the protist, and protists are eukaryotic. So this option is definitely not, because this is prokaryotic in nature. Absolutely wrong, because slime molds are under the protist. So protists are eukaryotic, so they are slime molds are eukaryotic nature. Forms plasmodium under the suitable condition, definitely they are closely related to fungi. What fungi does, they also does the same. Okay, you can remember by this this similarity. Okay, forms plasmodium under the suitable condition and spores dispersed by air currents. Okay, I told you that's similar with the fungi, slime molds. Okay, so option 4 is the correct answer. So let's proceed to our next question. Question number 9, match the column correctly. So column 1, A Ascomycetes, B Basidiomycetes, C Phycomycetes, D Deuteromycetes. In column 2, Albugo, Coletroticum, Astiligo and Claviceps. Okay, fine. Now check it that you have to match with it. So while doing such kind of question, matching the columns, do not rush towards the options. So once you rush towards the option, it will baffle you, it will confuse you so much that you will forget the real answers. So better you remember things that you have read and start doing it from the one column to other column, like I am doing it right now. So first of all, which you remember? Phycomycetes. It's very easy to remember as it is Albugo. So C is 1, and check it, the which one has the C. Yes, C is only 1. So this option is correct, but still recheck it. Okay, so Phycomycetes is Albugo, Basidiomycetes or Deuteromycetes here Coletroticum. Okay, Ascomycetes is Claviceps purpura. Okay, Basidiomycetes is Eustiligo. Now check it with this option. So option 2 is the correct answer. Okay, So let's go towards our next question. Okay, this is our last question, question number 10. Select the odd one out with respect to basidiomycetes. 1. Sex organs are absent. 2. Karyogamy and meiosis takes place in basidium. Fruiting body, it's called basidiocarp. Option 4. Basidiospores are endogenously produced on basidium. Okay, give your answers. Okay, let me tell you the answer. The answer is option 4. First of all, sex organs are absent. This is actually the factual question. Karyogamy and meiosis takes place in basidium, definitely. Fruiting body, it's called basidiocarp. But the basidiospores are not endogenously produced. Okay? These are produced exogenously. Okay? These are produced exogenously. Okay? On the basidium. And in the Ascomycetes, the ascospores are endogenously produced on ascocarp. Okay, ascospore. Sorry, it would be ascocarp. I was wrong. Okay, okay. So the option 4 is the correct answer for the question number 10. Okay. So today we have completed 10 questions from the biological classification. 10 questions from the biological classification. I hope wish to meet you next day on the same time at 8 o'clock sharp. So till then, keep studying and be safe and stay at home. Okay, bye. Thank you.